Hafaday and good afternoon, and I'm so honored to be here with you today to recognize these social workers. I want to thank all of you for being here on this occasion to assist the National Association of Social Workers, NASW Guam Chapter, with recognizing members and organizations in the community that have made huge strides in serving the community through the presentation of legislative resolutions number 283-36 COR, 284-36 COR, 285-36 COR, 286-36 COR, and 287-36 COR. So first, I'd like to recognize and acknowledge the presence of my colleagues, beginning with the Vice Speaker, Rose Muña Barnes, our Legislative Secretary, Senator Amanda Shelton, Senator Sabina Perez, and Senator Terlaje. Thank you, Senators. Of course, I'd like to also recognize the members of the officers of the National Association of Social Workers Guam Chapter, beginning with the President, Terry Francisco. Vice President Jamela Santos is not here with us today, and Amara Santos, the student rep, is also not here with us today, but Alina Butler, the treasurer, she's here with us today. Janine Cabrera, the secretary, is not here with us today, but Rosalind Reyes, she's our member at large, and Tressa Diaz, another member at large, Dr. Tressa Diaz, Situs Masi, to all of you. And of course, we have Ovita Perez, who is the chapter manager for the National Association of Social Workers Guam Chapter. Thank you. I want to say Undonkalu Situs Maasi to the National Association of Social Workers Guam Chapter for the critical work that each of you do to uplift our community and the recognition that you have bestowed on individuals and organizations on Guam who have helped you in this work. And on behalf of the 36th Guam Legislature, we thank each and every one of you for dedicating your lives to helping relieve people's suffering, for fighting for social justice, protecting the vulnerable, and for facilitating the empowerment of our people to improve their lives and environment. And your mission is far from easy. It's not glamorous by any means, and not one that just anybody can take up. It takes a very special person with a great amount of empathy, critical thinking skills, patience, resourcefulness, and a passion for equality and justice to do the work that you do. And so, thank you. Thank you. And we are honored to be here today to assist with recognizing your great and critical work. So we have several recipients today, and my colleagues will help us in presenting individual resolutions and certificates from my office to each of these. And we are going to begin with resolution number 283-36 COR, introduced by Therese M. Terlaje, Rose Muña Barnes, Amanda L. Shelton, Sabina Flores Perez, Terlaje, Joanne Brown, and all senators, relative to recognizing Dr. Margaret Hattori-Uchima for serving the people of Guam and strengthening healthy relationships in our island community, and congratulating her as the recipient of the 2022 National Association of Social Workers Guam Chapter Public Citizen Award. Dr. Margaret, if you could please join us up here, or here. So I'm going to read the resolution for Dr. Margaret. Doctor, if you could stand right here. Please stand here while I read. Just part of the reasons, I'm sure, because Dr. Margaret's accomplishments are so many. But be it resolved by the Committee on Rules of Imina 36 na Legislature in Guahan. Whereas the Public Citizen Award is an award given by the National Association of Social Workers Guam Chapter that honors an outstanding member of the community whose accomplishments exemplify the values and mission of professional social work. And the 2022 NASW Guam Chapter Public Citizen Award recipient is Dr. Margaret Hattori-Uchima, who's dedicated professionally and personally to the health and well-being of our communities in Guahan and throughout Micronesia. Dr. Hattori-Uchima has been a registered nurse for 34 years a faculty member of the University of Guam since 2001, and she has served as the Dean of the University of Guam School of Health since 2014. She was among the healthcare leaders who worked tirelessly on the front lines to save lives when COVID-19 hit Guam in early 2020. And in the first year of the pandemic, Dr. Hattori-Uchima took shifts as a nurse, helped organize nurses island-wide, and with the dedication of the nursing facility, she launched the Temporary Nursing Assistant Program to help address the critical shortage of nursing assistants in the time of great need. The following year, Dr. Hattori-Uchima was recognized by KUAM as a COVID hero for her role as a volunteer at the Guam National Guard's clinic at UOG, where she spent whatever free time she had assisting with vaccinations for island residents. In 2020, she was the first Guam Fellow to be inducted into the American Academy of Nursing's 2020 class of fellows, along with 230 distinguished leaders in nursing nationwide. And this prestigious fellowship recognized her for her contributions in advancing healthcare and public health. She is a longtime active member of the Guam Homeless Coalition, where she serves on the board and is the co-chair for the Committee on Healthcare for the Homeless. Dr. Hattori-Uchima is dedicated and a fervent advocate for homeless services and is instrumental in planning the annual Homeless Point-in-Time Count. She is an appointed member of the Governor's Interagency Council for coordinating homeless program. She has secured grants to serve the community and build capacity in healthcare and scientific research. Under her leadership, the Guam Micronesia Geriatric Workforce Enhancement Program advances workforce development, provides family and caregiver training, and engages community networking in geriatrics. Dr. Hattori-Uchima is also one of the principal investigators for the Pacific Island Partnership for Cancer Health Equity, a federally funded partnership between the UOG Cancer Research Center and the University of Hawaii Cancer Research Center to promote cancer health equity and mitigate the impact of cancer on Pacific Island populations. As the Dean of the UOG School of Health, under which the Division of Social Work is housed, Dr. Hattori-Uchima has shown unwavering support for the development of future social workers and the continued growth of the social work program, and describes herself as a social work cheerleader. Dr. Hattori-Uchima's steadfast commitment to our communities throughout Micronesia is remarkable, as she has taken on many responsibilities and has given so much in the process. She does all of this with an inherent ability to connect to others, an incredible work ethic, and an unyielding dedication to caring for our communities. And now, therefore, be it resolved that the Committee on Rules of Imina 36 and Legislature Guahan does hereby, on behalf of the Legislature Guahan and the people of Guam, recognize Dr. Margaret Hattori-Uchima for serving the people of Guam and strengthening healthy relationships in our island community, and congratulates her as the recipient of the 2022 National Association of Social Workers Guam Chapter Public Citizen Award. Along with my colleagues, we present this to you, and we thank you so much for all your service. Thank you. Yay! Oh. Now I'd like to invite the Vice Speaker to present the second award.
Madam Speaker, for giving me the blessings to present this next resolution and this award to The recipient, and may I call her up? Rosalind S. Reyes. Right here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is resolution number 284-36. COR is introduced by Speaker Therese Terlaje, Vice Speaker Rose Muña Barnes, Secretary Senator Amanda Shelton, Senator Sabina Flores Perez, and Senator Tadagui, and of course the rest of the members of the 36th Guam legislature, and it's relative to recognizing Rosalind S. Reyes for serving the people of Guam and strengthening healthy relationships in our island community, and congratulating her as the recipient of the 2022 National Association of Social Workers, NASW, Guam Chapter Social Worker of the Year Award. Be it resolved by the Committee on Rules of Imina 36 na Legislatura in Guam, whereas the Social Worker of the Year Award honors a member of the National Association of Social Workers, Guam Chapter, who exemplifies the best of the profession's values and achievements through specific accomplishments, and in honoring the Social Worker of the Year, the NASW Guam Chapter highlights superb accomplishments in the practice of social work, and the 2022 NASW Guam Chapter Social Worker of the Year Award recipient is Rosalind S. Reyes, who is a seasoned social worker with 20-plus years of experience helping Guam's diverse communities, individuals, and families in need. From the start of her career to the present, Ms. Reyes, with her tenacity, steadfast advocacy, and voice and commitment to the principles and ethics of social work, has delivered incredible outcomes in the area of advocacy for clients and their families, social policy, social work practice, research and program development, and administration. And upon graduation from the University of Guam, Ms. Reyes started her career at Child Protective Services, Department of Public Health and Social Services, for approximately 20-plus years. Then through 1999 through 2020, Ms. Reyes helped numerous children and families that were involved in reports of suspected child abuse and neglect. Her duties included intake and assessment, investigations, removal of children, court reports, expert testimony, community collaboration, presentations, and field instruction supervision. And in 2020, Ms. Reyes joined, a place that's near and dear to me, Public Defender Service Corporation, as its first social worker to develop and implement its new program focused on holistic defense services for the PDSC's criminal division. And whereas since her start at the Public Defender Service Corporation, Ms. Reyes has worked tirelessly on research and development, communicating and collaborating with experts in the field, including the Bronx Defenders, and assisting the PDSC's clients. She has also functioned as a victim advocate for PDSC, the Advocacy Center, a program for victims of domestic and dating violence, sexual assault, and stalking who are in need of protection and restraining orders. She has gone above and beyond in assisting one homeless client in obtaining funds to relocate back home, and she has helped many others in her varied capacities and roles. Ms. Reyes is a critical part of the Public Defender Service Corporation's goal of providing holistic services to reduce recidivism, and whereas the scale of work Ms. Reyes has accomplished has been enormous and not without risk. At CPS, she responded during all hours of crisis. She removed, transported, arranged placements of children on island and off island. She interviewed victims, alleged abusers, witnesses, and professionals. She conducted forensic investigations and searches at crime scenes. And she provided court reports and expert testimony in civil and criminal cases. And at the PDSC, Ms. Reyes has shown her resiliency and commitment to develop a new program focused on reducing recidivism and producing better outcomes for the Public Defender Service Corporation's clients and their families and the community. And whereas throughout her career, Ms. Reyes has supported social policies and practices that have improved the lives outcomes for many, to include children, families of low-income status, victims, survivors of abuse, neglect, and violence, the elderly, persons with disabilities, persons who are homeless, and individuals who are court-involved and or re-entering the community. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Committee on Rules of Immunity 36 na Legislatura en Guam does hereby, on behalf of the Legislatura en Guam and her people of Guam, recognize Rosalind S. Reyes for serving the people of Guam and strengthening healthy relationships in our island community, and congratulate her as the recipient of the 2022 National Association of Social Workers Guam Chapter Social Worker of the Year Award. And be it further resolved that the Speaker and the Chairperson of the Committee of Rules certify, and the Legislative Secretary attached to the adoption whereof, and that copies of the same be thereafter transmitted to Ms. Rosalind S. Reyes, to the National Association of Social Workers Guam Chapter, and to the Honorable Lourdes A. Leon Guerrero, Imagahagan, Guahan. Congratulations. Please let her give her a round of applause. Viva!
These awards are from the National Association of Social Workers, Guam Chapter. The flowers. Congratulations. Okay. Oh. Viva Social Work. Dr. Margaret, if you'd like to join us, standing up here. We're going to call on you in a little while. Maybe at the end of the line. Okay. All right, and now I'd like to invite our Legislative Secretary, Senator Amanda Shelton, to help present and recognize Sister Trinie Pangelinan. Is she here? Okay, so sorry, Sister Trinie Pangelinan's not here, but I'm going to read her resolution anyways, because we are so proud of the work that these recipients have done. That's okay?
Okay, thank you very much, Speaker, for allowing us to be here and to celebrate with all of you social workers and your families. Congratulations, we're very honored. This is resolution number 285-36, introduced by Speaker Therese M. Terlaje, Vice Speaker Tina Rose Muña Barnes, myself, Senator Sabina Flores Perez, Senator Terlaje, and all the senators of the 36th Guam Legislature, relative to recognizing Sister Trinie Pangelinan for serving the people of Guam and strengthening healthy relationships in our island community, and congratulating her as the recipient of the 2022 National Association of Social Workers Guam Chapter Lifetime Achievement Award. Be it resolved by the Committee on Rules of Immunity 36 na Legislatura en Guam, whereas each year members of the National Association of Social Workers Guam Chapter select a human service professional for the Lifetime Achievement Award to celebrate their lifetime of accomplishments and recognize the best social work values and accomplishments demonstrated in their lifetime career, which is a minimum of 15 years. The 2022 NASW Guam Chapter Lifetime Achievement Award recipient is Sister Trinie Pangelinan, who was born Trinidad Taitano Pangelinan and is the 8th of 14 children of Jose and Maria Pangelinan. Sister Trinie first entered the religious community in August of 1964 and taught at Santa Barbara Catholic School. And after a year of teaching, she went back to school and earned her bachelor's degree in social work at the University of Guam in 1971. Sister Trinie then began working at the Department of Public Health and Social Services, and soon after, Sister Trinie briefly left the community and joined her family in California. She furthered her education at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, and earned her master's degree in social work in 1975 and returned to the community in 1978 and started working for the government of Guam. She continued her work for the government of Guam for 11 years and 8 years with the Archdiocesan Family and Youth Ministry, where she also served as Director of Incorporation. Sister Trinie chaired the Social Justice Committee and the Communications team of the Sisters of Mercy on Guam, and also served as co-spiritual director for the Couples for Christ movement, which she also helped found in 1995 for the Archdiocese of Agana. Sister Trinie was a founding member of the Rainbows for All God's Children group and served as president for Mercy Action Marianas, a ministry that gives scholarships to mercy, administered schools, and helps with the economically disadvantaged people of Guam in cooperation with village mayors. Sister Trinie's most cherished and memorable moments in her ministry was during her work with Rainbows for All God's Children. She loved working with the youth and helping abused and neglected children. She also served as the assistant archivist for the Sisters of Mercy of the Americas, Guam, and she remains actively involved in her love for the divine worship of God through singing with the Emmaus Choir, which ministers at the Dulce Nombre de Cathedral Maria Basilica, and also with other choirs in need of beautiful voices to lift the prayer of humanity to the Holy Triune God. Sister Trinie was also a previous executive director of NASW Guam Chapter, and she has been and continues to be a member in good standing for many years. And in a Mass celebration on August 15, 2021, with Archbishop Michael Burns presiding, she celebrated her Golden Jubilee of serving with the Sisters of Mercy. Now therefore be it resolved that the Committee on Rules of Imenay 36 na Legislature in Guahan does hereby, on behalf of the Legislature in Guahan and the people of Guam, recognize Sister Trinie Pangelinan for serving and strengthening healthy relationships in our island community, and congratulating her as the recipient of the 2022 National Association of Social Workers Guam Chapter Lifetime Achievement Award. And be it further resolved that the Speaker and the Chairperson of the Committee on Rules certify, and the Legislative Secretary attest to the adoption hereof, and that copies of the same be thereafter transmitted to Sister Trinie Pangelinan, to the National Association of Social Workers Guam Chapter, and to the Honorable Lourdes A. Leon Guerrero y Magahagan Guahan.
Big round of applause for Sister Trinie. Sister, I hope you're watching us now or later because you deserve this Lifetime Achievement Award. Many of us, all of our island has been lifted up by the Sisters of Mercy, and in particular Sister Trinie and the work that she's done and in the organizations that she has founded or helped us to maintain and sustain. Now I'd like to invite Senator Sabina Perez to present the recognition to Ms. Brianna Duenas.
Thank you so much, Speaker. And yes, I'd like to invite Brianna Duenas up to the floor. So it's a real honor to be here, and I'm truly indebted to all the social workers that are here today that we're recognizing, and all those that are out there. I know quite a few, and I know the work that they do, so we're truly indebted to you guys. So I'm here to present Resolution 286-36 on behalf of the Speaker, the Vice Speaker, Senator Shelton, Senator Sabina Flores Perez, Senator Tadegui, and all the senators of the 36th Guam Legislature, relative to recognizing Brianna Duenas for serving the people of Guam and strengthening healthy relationships in our island community, and congratulating her as a recipient of the 2022 National Association of Social Workers Guam Chapter Social Work Student of the Year Award. Be it resolved by the Committee on Rules of Imenay 36 na Legislature in Guahan, whereas a Social Work Student of the Year Award honors a social work student who exemplifies the best of NASW Guam Chapter's mission through specific academic accomplishments, and in honoring the Social Work Student of the Year, the chapter highlights superb accomplishments exemplified by the nominee through their career. Whereas the 2022 NASW Guam Chapter Social Work Student of the Year is Ms. Brianna Duenas, who is an exemplary social work student. And whereas throughout her journey in trying to become an established professional social worker, Brianna has engaged in various community services and outreach as a student. She did research and gathered data on women in recovery from substance abuse. She assisted in hosting a focus group with individuals who have experience in treatment on Guam, and a compilation of the data collected was shared with all other service providers on Guam. And Brianna was one of the lead presenters of this information at the Guam's virtual conference on substance abuse disorders. And whereas, in addition to the work that she does at her field practicum, Brianna has gone above and beyond and participated in human services roles outside of school. These include being a certified volunteer advocate for Victims Advocate Reaching Out, or VARO, and a community mentor for Manyalu. She is also youth ambassador for the Guam Green Growth Initiative and works towards implementing systems of change that will allow for more sustainable living for all persons residing on Guam. And whereas Brianna currently is the president of the Social Work Student Alliance, and as president, she has done much to ensure that students have access to the services they need. And she has always made herself available to help in any way she can. And as a leader, has displayed her consideration of the students' overall health and well-being by connecting with outlets that allow people to engage in self-care and de-stress activities such as the virtual painting workshop, which was a successful event. And whereas Brianna is constantly sharing forums and opportunities for community services that other students can take part in while promoting empowerment and self-determination, as she strives to make sure that everyone's voice is heard and that their concerns are taken into account. And whereas Brianna plans on continuing her education with a master's program so that she can become even better equipped to help the people of Guam. And she has made many sacrifices, such as moving away from her immediate family to study and serve the people in the communities. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Committee on Rules of Minay Trenta Saisnal Saturan Guahan does hereby, on behalf of the Ilas Saturan Guahan and the people of Guam, recognize Brianna Duenas for serving the people of Guam and strengthening healthy relationships in our island community, and congratulate her as a recipient of the 2022 National Association of Social Workers Guam Chapter Social Work Student of the Year Award. And be it further resolved that the Speaker and the Chairperson of the Committee on Rules certify and the Legislative Secretary attest to the adoption hereof, and the copies of the same be thereafter transmitted to Ms. Brianna Duenas, to the National Association of Social Workers Guam Chapter, and to the Honorable Lourdes A. Leon Guerrero, Imaga Hagen Gohan. Congratulations. Congratulations. So happy for you. Thank you. I didn't know I would see you at this point. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you.
This is very fun. I'd like to now ask Senator Terlaje to please assist us in recognizing the 2022 National Association of Social Workers Guam Chapter's Exemplary Service Provider Award.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And I'm just really happy we can do this in person. And if there's anything more deserving, right, to have this in person, it's here with the social workers. And just to let you know, Senator Sabina and I were talking over there, I think we need to get someone to donate a car for the Social Worker of the Year like they do for teachers. So we're going to be working on that. Do I have your support on the other side? Okay. So also want to do a shout out to Carmen, who flew all the way from the mainland for this as well. So this is Resolution 28736 COR, introduced by Speaker Therese M. Terlaje, Tina Rose Muña Barnes, Amanda Shelton, Sabina Flores Relative, and Joanne Brown, relative to recognizing NASW for its services in strengthening healthy relationships in our island community and congratulating them as the recipient of the 2022 National Association of Social Workers Guam Chapter Exemplary Service Provider Award. Be it, okay, let me pull this back, okay. Oh, yeah. Did you have a name to it? Thank you, ladies, for joining us, and we'll make sure you take the first drive in that car we put in for So be it resolved by the Committee on Rules of Minintrentai na Legislatura ng Guahan, whereas the Exemplary Service Provider Award honors an agency, organization, or program in the social service realm that exemplifies the best of NASW Guam Chapter's mission through specific professional accomplishments. And whereas the 2022 NASW Guam Chapter Exemplary Service Provider Award recipient is NASW, formerly known as the Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Guam, which is a nonprofit organization that has been educating and empowering children and families to change their lives for the better for over 15 years and offers various programs to educate, inspire, and empower Guam's youth and families. And whereas the organization was previously affiliated of Big Brothers, Big Sisters of America, where it focused primarily on serving at-risk youth and matching volunteer mentors with youth. And whereas these life-changing relationships are carefully managed by caseworkers who learn about both mentor and mentee to create successful matches, following the mentor and mentees to match in providing support, engaging opportunities, and insisting in resolving issues. And whereas a dedicated team does home visits and mentees have coffee, meetups with mentors and participants in hikes and other group mentoring activities. And over the years, NASW has expanded its services to assist youth and their families. And whereas most recently, the organization has started Project Akudai to assist those experiencing or at risk of experiencing homelessness. And the project works closely with individuals to develop a plan to employ the best practices in identifying the household's strengths and opportunities, as well as focusing on the underlying issues which may lead the household to become homeless. And whereas, additionally, NASW has completed the Employment Empowerment Initiative, which provides workforce readiness workshops on individualized job search, and where project staff workers with clients to understand their work goals and assist in developing their soft skills, applying for jobs, and connecting to training opportunities. And whereas NASW project, the Micronesian Resource Center One-Stop Shop, has assisted individuals and families who are migrated to Guam from our neighboring islands through case management services and workshops held in the client's native language other than English. Additionally, the one-stop shop is also in the form of a mobile office called My Van, allowing mobile access to information in the communities where the van brings access to computers, printers, and Wi-Fi internet to the communities where internet or computer devices are not accessible. And whereas some of the project workshops include half-a-day orientation, which introduces new migrants to Guam's laws, customs, and resources. Ready to Drive workshop, which assists participants in obtaining a driver's license through study sessions. Parenting workshops, which provide parents with skills and knowledge to better their children ages 0 to 13. Building a Common Ground, which provides participants with insight on cultural differences and strategies on how to avoid miscommunications. And lastly, drug prevention presentations, which provide information about the harm and risk of doing drugs and resources to help. And whereas Manetlu mission is to empower and educate youth and their family to provide their lives for better for the rest of their lives, therefore be it resolved in the Committee of Rules of Imena 36, Nehesletur and Guahan, hereby, on behalf of Ilesletur and Guahan and the people of Guam, recognize Manetlu for its services in strengthening healthy relationships in our community, and congratulate them as the recipient of the 2022 National Association of Social Workers Guam Chapter Exemplary Services Provider Award. And be it further resolved by the Speaker and the Chairperson of the Committee on Rules, certifying the Legislative Secretary attest to the adoption hereof, and that the copies of the same be thereafter translated to Manetlu, to the National Association of Social Workers, Guam Chapter, and to the Honorable Lourdes A. Leon Guerrero, Imagahagan Guahan.
Yes, now we get all our recipients in the middle here. And I'd like to, it looks like we've got with us, I always say social workers are the best, right? They are our advocates, our protectors, the hardest workers, and they're doing the stuff that frontline work, right? And so when they recognize amongst them their own, I think we can say we've got the best of the best here, right? Yeah, very much. Mm-hmm. And so congratulations to all of you. I'd like to invite each of you to just say some brief remarks. Hopefully, you know, we are learning from you because you are our leaders in this type of work and this type of remedy for our community. And I know that you always have to, you know, teach yourselves, right? And try to do better. We all have to do that. And so I'd like to ask you to share a few words for all of us. We'll begin with Manetlu, if you don't mind.
Okay, so Hafa and good afternoon. Thank you, all the senators and NASW and everyone who is here today. It's always so amazing to kind of hear, you know, we're always doing the work, but when you hear it read out loud, it truly is amazing to hear everything that we do. So on behalf of Manetlu, we want to say thank you. And really, we're just two people, but we're a team of 30 who make everything happen. So this is for them. Yeah, and so just thank you to all of our community partners. We're really honored to be here. We know all of these people, and we work so closely with them. So just seeing everyone being honored today is truly a blessing, and we're so happy to be part of this community and to continue to do the work that we do. As it was kind of said, we've really expanded, and we're just thankful for all of the opportunities that we've been given and are looking forward to more in the future. So thank you. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Hello, I'm Samantha Taito. I'm the executive director of Manyatlu. And then with me today is Jackie Thanampong. She is our project coordinator for Project Akuti, which is the program, one of our newest programs that assists homelessness, people who are experiencing homelessness. She was previously a caseworker with the Micronesian Resource Center, and she's done such an exemplary job that, we had to promote her to that coordinator position when we started the project. So, thank you.
Rosalind Perez, Rosalind Reyes, Spencer. So Miss Rosalind Reyes, she was awarded, let me just read it, Social Worker of the Year. Yeah.
Half a day, everybody. I just want to thank the NASW. I'm part of the board, and I've been blessed and humbled to work with the ladies in the board and also all the social workers on the island. To the community partners, we do all work together as a team. Without our partners and our social work colleagues and all the services providers, the families we serve, I am humbled to serve them. It's been a long journey. I'm not a person to cry, but it has been a long journey. I never thought this would ever happen. I just keep working and working and doing and serve the people of Guam and the children especially, and the Manamkos. Those who need advocacy, those who need the right to someone to hear their voice, and we must rise up to change. And our island people need that. We need to come together and to just kind of be a family all over again. We need that. Thank you.
So Rosalind's joined here today by members of the Public Defender Service Corporation. I want to thank them and all the work that they do. And of course, she's a previous employee of the Child Protective Services. Very hard work. So si tus masi, Rosalind. Of course, one of our honorees is not here with us, but Sister Trinie Pangelinan was again awarded the 2022 National Association of Social Workers Guam Chapter's Lifetime Award. Sister Trinie Pangelinan. And now, Ms. Brianna Duenas, she was awarded Guam Chapter Social Work Student of the Year Award. Student of the Year.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'm really honored to be a recipient of this award. Truly, everything that I do, I commit to it wholeheartedly. And it's just so real to be in this room filled with so many amazing people who do good for the people, and really just try to create a better Guam for everyone. I'd like to thank my parents for truly being my #1 supporters. Putting me through school and, really truly allowing all of this to happen. I'm grateful. Yeah, thank you.
The social work students are one of the #1 advocates on legislation and policy changes that we try to make here, so I want to thank them. Thank you. All right, and now we would like to hear a few words from Dr. Margaret Hattori-Uchima, 2022 National Association of Social Workers Guam Chapter's Public Citizen Award.
Well, I didn't know such an award existed. So when Dr. Tressa Diaz had mentioned it to me and that the social work faculty nominated me, I almost cried. I was at the airport, so I tried to hide it. She didn't notice, I don't think. But I just have to say, as the non-social worker here, you guys know I believe so much in social work. What you guys do is just the hardest job in all of healthcare and social services. And for me, social workers are part of the healthcare system. And you're really our unsung heroes. Just hearing all the work that you guys do, I really hope that the public is really understands or gets a better feel for how truly important social workers are. They deserve much more than they get in terms of salary. As a nurse, we always talk about nurses not getting enough pay, but I have to say that when you see what social workers do, and I have seen it up front, up close, they're just my heroes. And so I really want to thank you. And on behalf of the University of Guam School of Health, where many of you have graduated from, I'm just so honored to be here, and thank you. I can't thank you enough. And thank you.
Dr. Margaret is too humble. She's my hero, Dr. Margaret, yes. She is. I'd like to invite the president of the Guam Chapter, National Association of Social Workers, Guam Chapter, Terry Francisco, if she'd like to say a few words.
Just congratulations again to our 2022 NASW Award winners. You truly do make our island home a better place for us all. Viva social work!
Again, thank you to all the officers and director of the National Association of Social Workers, Guam Chapter. Again, congratulations to the recipients and to their families and to their organization, Jesus Maasi. And again, thank you again to my colleagues who have joined us today. And I guess we're just going to end with Viva social workers! Viva! Thank you. That will conclude our program. Thank you.